tagged you on Twitter.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I should probably get that up right here too.
And launch out this everywhere.
I should get Facebook up too because Facebook. Just log in for me. I don't remember my password. Please be okay. This is not the correct account.
What? Okay. Delete. I need HTTPS on this.
Is everything working out all right?
Yeah, that required HTTPS.
Dude, I swear, oh my gosh, I have to do this shit all the time now, dude. Like,
What?
did I send it to myself? Recover my Facebook password, dude. I changed it, and then, like, I've been having problems with passwords lately, and I just don't know why I'm having this issue.
TwitchCon.
Whatever, it's
so
gonna
cool.
be easier to save it to Facebook through my phone anyway, so whatever. Fuck this, I don't want to do this right now.
I would love to be able to go to frickin' TwitchCon. It would be awesome.
Alright, so now I'm gonna have your stream up here on this end. Are you playing DMC?
Yes, sir.
Oh, dude, you have ads on your fucking Twitch? That's fucked.
I do.
Sucks. They should pay you for that shit. I thought they did pay you for that shit.
How you get rid of the ads is by buying the subscription to my channel, $4.99. Unless you have your Twitch Prime, which you can throw your one free Twitch Prime at it.
I can't. Oh wait, hold on. Let me make sure that I can hear us through your stream here. I just want to make sure that. Oh, there we go.
Live right now. Bloop. Shit poopy.
All right, cool. Make sure that I fucking mute this shit because like last time, I'm telling you, bro, that was like a disaster.
Yeah, the repeat shit, man, it gets fucking out of control on that fucking recycle.
Alright,
okay.
let's get going here. You ready to rock?
Yeah, about there. I'm just throwing up last few links here on these places that I can. That's a Pokemon Go battle thing. That's not relevant.
Oh shit, did you do anything with mobiles this week by chance?
I've been playing, yeah, I didn't like it though. I only did it, it was some WWE wrestling app.
I didn't like it.
It was $250 on the Blast app to get to level 5.
Oh shit, dude, really? Pay to play?
No, like, Blast, it pays you for completing challenges.
Oh, I got you. Okay, yeah.
And I played that motherfucker for like 2 days, better part of 2 days, maybe 3 days, for $250.
So I'm gonna offer a giveaway. I'm gonna offer this up. Obviously, I'll take the price tag off of it before I offer it up. But it's the Street Fighter game that I got, and I'm not gonna fucking play that, dude. It's the 30th anniversary Street Fighter game. Yeah. So we'll have to come up with something, dude, before I show this off because I want. Hopefully that'll bring in some viewers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like
giveaways
subscribe
always
to the
do.
YouTube channel, comment on it with your name and your favorite video game. And if you want this game, we'll give it to you. something like that. I don't know. All right, are you ready to go live?
I'm live.
Okay, all right. We're live in 5, 4, 3, 2. I believe we're live. I think we're live. There we go. It says on YouTube we're live. Oh, I should have edited that. What's up, guys? So this is Broken Controllers episode 9. I got a few things to talk about today. Got a lot of ground to cover. Basically, there's going to be a lot of changes for the show. I'm going to really start putting my best foot forward for videos and reviews, stuff like that. And basically, this episode is going to be an extension of that. It's the E3 predictions is what we're going to be going over a little bit today, as well as the news. I'm joined by my co-host here, Irish1620. What's up, man?
What up, what up?
Alright, guys. Like I said, we got a lot of ground to cover. First and foremost, I just want to apologize. I am getting a little bit of a cold, so if my voice cuts out or you hear me coughing, I apologize for that. But unfortunately, it's can't really control getting sick too much. Like I said, we're going to be working on E3 predictions today. BioWare goes dead quiet for Anthem. Cole, could they already be dead in the water? Final Fantasy VII Remake is not exclusive, and a new handheld console is landing. Big changes coming to the show. We already explained that. So let's jump right into it here. Irish, what have you been playing this week?
Well, as far as console play, I've been still working on Devil May Cry. I love the crap out of this game. Can't get enough. So much replay value. But then as far as mobile
got your
goes,
stream up here on this end.
Ah, sweet. Yeah, I'm just sitting here at the customization screen. As you can see, I still got quite a bit of
that game looks
customization to go.
Incredible, dude.
I mean, frick. This right here, I can't wait. I don't know what it is, but it looks awesome. It's got to be good, right? 300,000. Is that 3?
What is it exactly?
No, my bad. 3 million. There's an extra zero in there.
What is it exactly?
EX Provocation. Special taunt given only to those who paid a heavy price. Increases stylish rank more than a normal taunt. So I'm guessing it like increases your freaking your EX bar, or your stylish rank, you know, a full rank maybe from dropping a taunt.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, a full rank would be pretty sick, but
yeah.
Yet to discover. Well, fork. There we go.
So I mean, as far as like, oh my gosh, that is expensive. I just came on your stream. That's crazy. Yeah, that's that's spendy.
3 million, man.
Yeah, it is showing a little bit of lag, but that's all right. A little bit of system lag. Just sharing the stream out here real quick. What else are you playing this week?
As far as mobile, I've been playing around with WWE. It was, God, I can't even remember the name of the darn thing, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
It was like a match 3 game. I don't know. It wasn't the greatest.
We'll have to go into that in a mobile minute. You'll have to describe that a little bit more.
Definitely. It's burned in my memory.
It's burned in my memory.
Never forgetting.
Almost done sharing this here.
I'm down to the last couple.
I'll have to comment some tags later on Twitter. If you want to share this out and tag it. Anyway, make sure the volume's good. Oh shit. Okay, good. We're good on volume. All right. So I played a few things this week. I played a lot of Cuphead. Cuphead is. I mean, so here's the thing. I love the game starting out. A lot of the run and gun levels are really, really fun. Like, you have a good you have a good selection of powers and abilities that allow you to get through these run and gun levels. Here's where the problem lies. You get to Island 2, you start working through Island 2, and you realize, okay, these bosses are, like, they're ramping up the difficulty, like, a lot. You know what I mean? And, like, I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me. I'm not gonna lie, like, these bosses are getting tough, like, and I'm pretty good at platformers. Like, I'm not gonna go out and go off and say, like, I'm the best, you know, platformer ever. But, like, that was a big part of my childhood. That's what I played. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this basically this whole game is one big boss rush. So the problem with Cuphead is the fact that they're taking this, like, this platform property, you know what I mean, and they're taking the difficulty and they're turning it way up. Like, you know, you think back to the old platformers like Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario Brothers, you know, and those platformers weren't, like, really tough until the final world. Well, you only have 4 islands that you have to get through, you know what I mean? So in that respect, the difficulty spike in Cuphead relative to Mario Brothers is a whole different ballgame. Like,
Yeah.
and that's where Cuphead's problem lies. Like, that's the problem that I personally have with Cuphead, because I really like the game. I enjoy the game. But when I'm stuck and I can't make any progress, it's really frustrating. Like,
Yeah,
you know, and the
really
boss
is.
battles, like, I was listening to that video game podcast, great podcast, if you guys want to check that out, there's that. But anyway, I was listening to them, and he said, you know, one of the things was, he didn't like that the boss battles were getting longer. And I actually thought about that, and I was like, yeah, you know what? That actually is what they're doing with that difficulty spike. You know, they're making these boss battles longer. They're not really ramping up the difficulty by throwing more things at you, but they want you to play flawless for a greater amount of time. So, and that's the problem with Cuphead. Like, I'm enjoying it a lot less now that the bosses are a lot tougher. And that's not to say that I'm bad at the game. It's just to say that they could have done something different to make the game better.
Errand before we reach yours.
I played a little bit of a game called Sonic Mania.
Ooh, you got to play it?
Yeah. I have it on my Switch. Now,
Does that burn you a little bit that they're putting it free on PS Plus? Does it burn you a little bit that they're putting it on the PS Plus for free?
No, actually, I got it on the Switch, and I'm not mad about my purchase at all, really. Like, because here's the thing, like, Sonic Mania, here's what it essentially is. What it essentially is, and, like, you can see it here, like, he's Supersonic or whatever. Like, what it essentially is, it's a callback to the older games. So when you start out in this game, the very first thing you do is you're on. So, all right, let's not get ahead of myself. So you can be 4 different characters in this game. There's no, you can be 5 different variants, I should say. There's Sonic, there's Tails, there's Knuckles, there's some other weird echidna-looking thing, and there's this gold guy, who I don't know who he is either. I haven't gotten a whole lot of time on this game. Basically, I've only played as Sonic. You can also play as Sonic and Tails, just like the old Mario or Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So when you start out in this game, this guy, man, it's ridiculous. When you start out in this game, you start out and you're on Tails's plane from Super Mario Brothers, or from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Why do I keep saying that? Dang it. Anyway, you're on Tails' plane from Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and basically, you go through, you go through the same scene, except for he jumps off on land and starts running. Well, when he runs forward, there's a bunch of Robotniks, like, but they're actual robots. So that's like where the kicker is, right? The actual robots, well, they actually obtain a Chaos Emerald and start messing with time. So this game is a callback to the older games. I really thought this was cool because for me personally, like, oh, and here's the other thing, like, on every single stage there's a boss battle, and like, you're seeing that here. I don't know if he's on stage 1 or 2, but on every single stage there's a boss battle, right? And I'm gonna stream some of this. I just gotta figure out how to get my capture card to work with it. Anyway, the boss battles are actually pretty tough. Like, the first boss that I fought in that game, it actually got me. It wasn't the old boss, the old Eggman that had the machine. It actually had a different boss for the level. So the levels actually have a different boss, but the levels are the same layout as the older games.
Oh, nice.
So like, you have Green Hill Zone, the whole level is the same all the way through, and then you get a boss battle. And then Act 2, the whole level for Act 2 is essentially the same. There's some small differences that I noticed, but the whole level for Act 2 is, or for Part 2 is the same. And like, you get a different boss battle at the end. So like, the callback to the actual levels is cool, and like the graphics that they gave this game, like they made it like, I love this game, dude. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't
love
wait.
This game.
It needs to hurry up and just come out on PS Plus already. It's already June, dang it. Come on, Sony.
I understand that they're making it free, and people can take that however they want. This game is fun. I don't care.
You can't take it. It's gonna give you that old throwback to the old frickin' what is that? The Game Gear.
Yeah, well, I mean, aside from that too, like, this is the original Sonic the Hedgehog, or this is Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I mean, you're not gonna have the same nostalgia of playing it on the big screen as you would be walking around being able to play it wherever, whenever.
Yeah, well, I mean, and like, my thing is like, for this game, like, when I first like saw this game, like, or when I first when I first saw this game, I was like, I want to pick it up, right? So because like the game itself like looks incredible, and like I actually got it because what the girl described to me, she's like, you can actually like make your own Sonic the Hedgehog character, and you can help Sonic out, and blah blah blah. This is not that at all. But what's cool about this is I wanted to go back like a couple weeks ago, like not even a couple weeks ago, like a couple days ago. I wanted to go back and play the old Sonic the Hedgehogs. Well, I neglected to turn them on. I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna watch the Flash. So I neglected to turn them on. And then I went and picked up this game, and it's a throwback to the old games with newer content. The game is actually called Sonic Mania Plus, I guess.
Oh, see, yeah, we're only getting Sonic Mania. We're not getting Mania Plus.
Right. So there's that at least, I guess. But like I can't say enough about this game, dude. Like the way that they designed this game was, they just did an incredible job. I can't, like, it's really good. It's really really good. Moving right along. Okay. I played Mortal Kombat 11. They're actually getting a update for the Shang Tsung trailer. Do we want to let people check that out real quick? It's about 2 minutes and 46 seconds.
Definitely.
Alright, cool. We'll have volume on for this, so you guys, here it is if you're watching the YouTube version of this. Get this going here. This is the trailer, so we'll be quiet while this is going. The trailer actually looks pretty sick.
Bet, man. That's one of my favorite characters right
I
there.
will not allow him to gain any more power.
Yeah, Shang Tsung's really cool. He's actually one of my favorite characters too. But this is a trailer that was released by NetherRealm. So it looks like they stayed true to the lore too. Of Shang Tsung. You know what I mean? And who he is.
Nice. Man.
Wow, he even has the X-rays, dude. Oh, and then he changes to different characters? What?
Oh yeah.
What?
That's wicked.
Oh, dude, I didn't
doesn't just,
see
like,
that, dude.
He doesn't just change style, he actually changes character completely.
Wow, dude. That is impressive. Wow. He transformed into Goro, or, oh, I don't even know who that guy is, I can't remember. But there it is. There's the trailer, there's a little bit more left here, I guess we'll... Your soul is mine. So there it is. Alright, so there it is. That's the trailer that was released by NetherRealm for the Mortal Kombat DLC Combat Pack 1. They said that they have 4 different combat, or maybe it was 3. It was either 3 or 4. They're going to release 9 additional characters over the course of the next couple of years. Ash versus the Evil Dead, or Ash from Ash versus the Evil Dead, Terminator, Shang Tsung, Stindel maybe. There was a couple of them. There was like 9 of them. So each combat pack is going to be associated with 3 different characters. So that's where that's at. Like I'm actually really looking forward to that. I did play a little bit of this. I played a little bit of Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. There is, hold on, let me count them. There's 12 games on this one little cartridge here. Irish and I actually wanted to give you guys a chance to win this. So if you guys want to win this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then leave a comment down in the comment section below with your name and your favorite game. And if we, that'll put you in the drawing. If we draw your name, then we'll obviously reach out to you via Facebook or Twitter. If you don't have one of those, we'll go ahead and reach out to you through the video comments and get your email address so that we can get your address to send this out. But it's Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, Collector's Edition for the Switch. So like I said, if you guys want to win that, like, subscribe to the channel, or subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then which is this BTGinferno. Just subscribe to this, and then we're working on a Broken Controllers YouTube channel, which is one of the things that, like I said, big changes coming to the show. Really going to crack down on that kind of stuff as far as my part goes. But like my channel, subscribe to the channel, and then leave your comment with a name and your favorite game, and we'll reach out to you and get this sent off to you. Get ready. So, perfect opportunity if you guys want to win that, but it's Street Fighter. It's exactly what you'd expect. It's Street Fighter 1 and 2, and it has Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fight, or Hyper Battle. There's a lot of different Street Fighter titles in there. So it's fun. I mean, I really didn't get far enough into it. I don't think there's an online mode. I really don't know. I didn't really play a whole lot. I only played a couple rounds in arcade mode. Called it good. It's what you'd expect. It's Street Fighter.
I love Street Fighter, man. I've been playing all of those since way back in the day. Street Fighter, Virtual Fighter, all of it.
Super Nintendo, dude. Super Nintendo. Like, no shit, dude. Like, it is really good. But I also picked up Steam Dig World 2, or Steam World Dig 2. Oh man, that's gonna drive me nuts. Let me grab the case real quick. It's Steam World Dig 2. I haven't got to play this game yet. I've heard good things. I mean, what else is there really to say about the game? So I can't really talk about that. Next week I'll have a lot to talk about. So lots of games to talk about next week, as well as, you know, finishing out this week's games. Played a little bit of Gears of War 4 multiplayer. The campaign's really tough. I was trying to beat it on the same. I essentially gave up at the point where the cog attacks the outpost, and like the cog's the bad guy in 4 kind of ish. Like, you just gotta play it. Anyway, it's multiplayer. It's fun. I guess there's really not a whole lot to say there, except for the game. It looks really good. It's 60 FPS. They have a 4K patch that they put out for it, so can't complain there, right? So,
yeah.
if you have a 4K TV,
I'm not sure if you heard, but they just went and ray traced. Was it Quake 2?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. Is that on Steam? Is that one of those free ones?
I don't know if it's out yet. I know I was seeing some news heads about them ray tracing, and it's supposed to look just phenomenal with the new RTX cards.
Right. Yeah, the Radeons. So, ooh, here's some Cuphead gameplay that I forgot to put on. Right, I should do that. So you guys know what Cuphead looks like. This is Cuphead. Like I said last week, it's pretty innocent little game. It is what it is. Oh, this is a streamer, never mind, I don't want to show this. Never mind. I should have looked closer at the video before showing that. But, streamer, we appreciate you showing it 10 seconds of your video. Free advertising, right?
Right?
I should move this show.
Call it a shout out. Call it good.
It's a shout out. There you go, shout out. Has Cuphead though. Really great game. Moving on. Mobile Minute. So this was you this week, Irish. Go ahead and talk about what you played.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're into, you know, match 3 games, it's not too bad on that front. But I've never really been a big fan of WWE, WWF, any of the wrestling garbage. I mean, to me, it's no different than a soap opera. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, too. And I don't mean to offend anybody, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Like, if there's people out there, that's their thing. And, you know, if it's your thing, then you probably would like it. But
I'm gonna put on more of your DMC.
Oh, dude, I've been pulling triple S's left and right. Probably won't pull one now that you're watching me, though.
Yeah, we have it up on the channel now. It's going on YouTube. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Yeah, I mean, really, ultimately, it wasn't bad as far as, you know, a match 3 gem, you know, style game goes. I can't get into the whole wrestling thing. I was doing it for the Blast app for $2.50, and that's about all it was worth. I mean, honestly, like, I feel like I should have probably got more money for that.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I got it done, got it over with, uninstalled it, on to the next. I did, however, go and start trying to play Dragon Ball Legends. I've got a bunch of stuff built up pretty high on that. Level of thousands, like a whole list of level of thousands. But they just dropped their latest update for their battle system, and alongside the 1-year anniversary, so they're just dropping all kinds of freaking stuff right now for it. So like, I think it was 30 million zenny is what they dropped me right there out the gates for day 1 of the event.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, if you're not into the game currently, now's a good time to get into it. If you like
What's
Dragon
that game
Ball.
called?
Dragon Ball Legends for mobile.
Dragon Ball Legends. That's the card game, right?
No. It's
No?
it's like it's you can't really fight like you can on the console version. It's
Right.
A swipe left, swipe right, tap to attack, press and hold to use other thing, charge your key. It's a pretty simple version of the actual like fight style. It's fun. You get some really cool characters. Like every character from within the universe, the Dragon Ball universe, you can get up to date. And
that's pretty cool, dude.
They've been releasing additions to the story as they go further in the show. So as they release new episodes, they every few episodes they release new content to the game, and get the game caught up with the show. It's pretty legit, and like I said, they're doing the 1-year anniversary right now, so there is tons of event rewards to be gotten.
Right. For sure. So I'll have to check that out. That's your mobile minute for this week, and we're gonna actually skip new releases, and we're actually just gonna do the PS Plus free games this month. So go ahead and do that, Irish.
Well, this month, hopefully tomorrow. I can't guarantee. I've been seeing some sources were saying the 3rd, some sources were saying the 4th. But this month we're looking at the Borderlands Handsome collection, as well as Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know about the Handsome collection, but that comes with Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel.
Pre-sequel, right. If you're gonna sign up for PlayStation Plus, this month's the month to do it.
Yeah.
So,
and
go play Sonic Mania.
Apparently, Xbox fans were a little burnt because they got a little shafted on this month as far as their games go, and we got and we got freaking Borderlands Handsome Collection and Sonic Mania. So Xbox fans, from what I was reading, is pretty burnt, to say the least.
Yeah. I'm not really a fanboy of any kind. If I had to choose one, I'd prefer Xbox over PlayStation personally. But and that's just because of the infrastructure that they have their OS. But yeah, the games selection for free games this month is not great. So yeah, something to keep in mind at least. I mean, if you're gonna join PlayStation Plus, maybe do it this month when those new games drop. Maybe keep an eye on that. I know I'm probably gonna go get a 1-month membership or something just to cop those games real quick so that I can play them. I mean, they're good. Why not?
Heck yeah. And,
I mean, I have Sonic Mania. I mean, Sonic Mania is whatever. I have Sonic Mania Plus on the Switch, which is the better way to play it. But if I'm gonna go download the Handsome Jack collection and use Borderlands, use the membership, I might as well download Sonic Mania too.
Yep. Well, and you figure that's a pretty sizable download. You know, that's a decent size of the content, and all of the freaking DLC, not just the games, but all of the DLC
Yeah.
for each one of
Yeah,
the games.
because it comes with all the Borderlands and pre-sequel DLC. Yep.
You know, so I mean that's a lot of content, and you figure you get it. Well, you got PlayStation Plus, you've got it. Like, you don't even have to download it. You just fucking add it to your catalog as it would be your library.
To the account, and then you can go download it whenever.
Yep. So,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
there's
So,
a few
be
games in the
looking for
past that
that.
I've missed. I freaking forgot to download them during the month because my buddy that I was game sharing with downloaded them, and I ended up getting them that way. And then I didn't end up being able to freaking re-download them when you know,
Right.
I wasn't game sharing with them
Right.
anymore.
Right. I'm sorry,
Sad
dude, that
days.
sucks.
Sad days.
But anyway, moving forward, we're gonna do the industry news now. I actually intentionally went a little bit light on the news. We do have 4 stories. I added one, actually, Irish. So,
Dum, dum, dum.
sorry I didn't send you a screenshot of that, but it was worth adding. Headline this week, going into news: Final Fantasy VII Remake will not be exclusive. There's an article printed, I can't remember exactly where, and I'm sorry, I can't give credit where credit's due. I'm usually pretty good about that, but I saw it on Google. Excuse me. Sources say that Final Fantasy VII Remake will be available for Xbox One and in concurrence with PlayStation copy. Are you a Final Fantasy fan, Irish?
Oh, yeah, always been.
Yeah.
One all the way to now.
I read an article saying that fans were upset that they weren't able to keep the exclusivity of the property.
I mean, I can understand, but really, ultimately, and to be honest, if anybody's got any room to bitch and complain, it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's where Final Fantasy started.
Yeah.
Was on Nintendo.
Well, here's the thing, like, people gotta remember, Square Enix is a business first. Before they were Square Enix, they were Squaresoft, and then they switched to Square Enix due to some IP changes and stuff like that. That basically made some serious changes in the infrastructure of the company. These people right now, are trying to run a corporation. They're trying to make money. They're trying to push this console or push this game to as many consoles as possible because that's what's going to make them money.
Yep.
And I don't feel sorry for them running a company the way that they see fit. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Final Fantasy fan. I'm gonna get the 7 remake and play it. Like, it's gonna happen.
Bet.
But
No such thing as super
I mean, you can't like you can't expect that Sony's not gonna try and push this property to different margins to bring up their revenue, or not
Well,
Sony, Square Enix.
And lately, everybody has been trying to, you know, increase the populace of the multi-platform.
Right.
You know, and cross-platforming. You know, so
Cross-platform is a big deal. Players want it.
Yeah, and so I mean, you're gonna end up having games coming out to all systems more frequently as we go closer and closer to, you know, roll out cross-platform.
Yeah, and I hope. Look, I'm cautiously optimistic in the Sony PlayStation partnership. Taper your expectations. We don't really know what to expect from the jargon that was used in the announcement. I would hope Sony would move forward with cross-platform, partnering with Microsoft. Microsoft makes some sort of deal, you know, hey, yeah, you can use our cloud computing for Microsoft Azure, as long as you guys, you know, push cross-platform for whatever. You know what I mean? Like, cross-platform would be a great addition Like, you know, when I'm playing Destiny on the PlayStation 3, and I can go play it on the Xbox 360 or Xbox One and pick it up right where I left off, like that's cool. And the reason I can do that is because it's a Bungie account that you're making. Like they're using your Bungie account to load in those preferences. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then
so yes,
you figure you got that Switch for freaking your mobile, you know, on the go gaming.
Right.
On top of it all. So
right.
So all fronts will be covered.
So yes, taper your expectations, but I mean, what's wrong with hoping for what comes out of this? You know what I mean? Like that's my thing. Like I would hope that that PlayStation would somehow work with Microsoft in a way to make cross-platform a possibility. And maybe they've already gone through those negotiations and they're in the process of that. I really don't know. But what I do know is that this partnership does open up different avenues, and that's something to look forward to, you know.
Definitely.
So, cautiously optimistic on that front. Like I said, the long-awaited remake had people angry due to the fact that Sony couldn't maintain exclusivity. More to come during E3, so we can look forward to that during E3.
So does this mean that they're gonna be at E3, even though they don't have a spot at E3? Like, what does this even mean?
Well, here's the thing. Like, Sony isn't the property driver here. It's Square Enix.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
And Sony doesn't hold the property to Final Fantasy VII, which is why they couldn't maintain the exclusivity. So I don't think Sony will be there per se, but I do think that Square Enix will be there. Will try to have a presence there to push their game, you know, to make sure that, you know, that they're able to advertise and push their side of things. Let's see here real quick. I wanted to look at the different news here. That's the headline this week. DLC releases this month. DLC fans, or DLC has fans chomping at the bit for Shang Tsung. I'm no different. I want that character so bad. Each combat pack will feature 3 fighter exclusive skins and augments for the character. Are you gonna eventually pick up this game, Irish?
Yeah, I'm hoping worst case scenario for sure when I get my school money, but sad but true, that's not gonna be until probably August. So,
whatever it is, what it is. Everybody needs a break. You know, for sure. I'm personally gonna get the DLC. I might just go get the season pass. I mean, it's worth getting everything. I mean, it's probably $60. Just go buy it. It'll come with everything. It's easy, done. You know, done with it. So that's something to look forward to. I want that character so bad. I'm going to at least try and get good with him, and we'll see if he can be a secondary for my tournament play, because I do have that tournament coming up in August 17th. So be sure to check that out, guys. It's the Pacific Northwest online circuit for Mortal Kombat, and there is a prize. There's a $25,000 prize. I could really use that money. Yeah.
Right, I got my hopes up.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I could really turn my life around with that kind of money. So, I have some debt that I gotta get paid off. But it is what it is. It's part of being an adult. So, there's a new handheld console called Playdate, and it's a handheld console with Crank on it.
Yeah, it's a pretty silly looking thing. It looks like an old Game Boy, like color almost, but no color. And like
did you look it up?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's half the size, like height-wise, but they twice as wide. Not really twice as wide, but half as much wider. Like, I Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna
man,
pull up a still image right now.
that is an interesting
see this.
looking console, and from what I'm seeing, black and white.
There it is. This is the
$150 console.
Playdate.
I could
So
not
look,
pay
the
that.
company, I can't remember which company did it. I mean, I'm sure this article will mention them. It says Panic, Mac and iOS software firm. So they make software for Mac and iOS. And looks like the name of the company is Panic. But basically, this is the idea here. Like Iris was saying here, it looks like a small Game Boy with a crank on it. Now they said, like they came out and said they were like, hey look, like we know this thing is stupid. We know it's not a Switch killer. It's not a Game Boy. We're gonna try and make some stuff with it. That crank on the side is your controller. So, and they're like, we can probably make some pretty cool stuff for this. So, we'll see what we can do. So, I honestly,
Fishing games.
I want them to say, yeah, I want them to succeed, dude. Like, this idea is dumb and like it's good. Like it's.
They should have just used it for power generation.
That's what I said. I was like, you could do some cool stuff, like use that for a wind up, like as you're camping or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then your games would be like preloaded on the thing, or you could get cartridges for it or whatever. You know, with, like preloads.
Crank
you know,
to
like,
play, man.
Like 5 game cartridges for like $10. You know what I mean? Be cool, dude. Maybe they can do some pretty cool stuff with it. Like, give them a chance. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, the Playdate. So this isn't a direct quote, but the company said, we know this is weird, but it's something cool, and we thought we could do cool things with it. So, big one here, Apex profits are down 74% over the last 2 months. Now, there's a couple things to remember. Apex was doing really well in its first few quarters. It was making $90 million. $90+ million. It is still making $24 million. Apex is not doing bad. They're not doing bad. But here's the thing. People did drop off. I'm not sure why people are getting away from Apex. It's a fun game. I honestly love it. But one of the drivers here, and this is what I have for my notes, is lack of content for the Battle Pass. And they said that is a driving factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good for Respawn on this because they held their ground and they said, hey, look, you know, we're gonna release this stuff over the course of the seasons. Sorry, guys. Over the course of seasons, then that's the way we're gonna release content. You know, we're not trying to nickel and dime you guys.
So what happened?
This game is free. We want it to be free as much as it can be. We're gonna make money where we can, though. You know. So profits are down for them, and it's not great. But I mean, they're not doing bad, so there's some things to remember here.
But I don't know what happened.
Gosh, I said a lot. Sheesh. BioWare goes silent. So, BioWare goes radio silent over anything that has to do with Anthem.
Hang on.
They're pretty quiet over there. There was some talks last year. You know, could Anthem be the nail in the coffin for BioWare?
I'm glad to see you look so well.
It's not looking good.
You too.
Like, it's not looking good. Like, they're in a lot of trouble over there.
They're yours.
I personally think they're already dead in the water.
Something truly awesome out of these. Shocker.
There's some things to remember when talking about Anthem.
As mine.
And
He might be useful though.
number one,
Enough talking.
you gotta remember,
It's a
Anthem
mess.
was coming off Mass Effect Andromeda. And Mass Effect Andromeda was not received well. It's not that it wasn't received well because it was a bad game. It wasn't received well because it wasn't what people were expecting from Mass Effect Andromeda. And that's what it came down to. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people gave Mass Effect Andromeda a bad name, and a lot of it was unwarranted. Like a lot of, like the game is actually a lot of fun. I have the strategy guide. I have it for PlayStation. I played it. It was a lot of fun. I
Oh
beat
yeah,
it.
I've got it. I
You know,
bought the digital
Mass Effect
version.
Andromeda was not received well, and that was coming off Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, which was a killer series. Fast forward, what,
talking to me?
2, 3 years later, and you have Anthem, which is being released, and you have all these bugs with Anthem, and as a result, it's flopping and its player base is dropping off.
Yeah.
So you're talking about 2 games in a row, and most companies don't survive 2 unsuccessful games. And when you talk about problems with development, both with Mass Effect Andromeda, there was problems with development with Anthem, and now they're running into problems in development with the new Dragon Age. I don't think they're gonna be around much longer, dude. Like, I really don't. And I don't think they have the money and clout to pull out of this. BioWare is as good as any other developer. Ubisoft, you know, Neversoft. Neversoft is an example of a great studio that went under because it just lost clout. So,
You
better
know,
pick up your shit, dude. You know? You don't have very long to figure it out.
you gotta keep people hyped, man. That's a big failing point right now, is keeping people hyped. I mean, that's honestly the only reason freaking World of Warcraft has lasted as long as it has, is they've kept the hype up on it.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
it still
doubt.
doesn't have as big of a following as it could, obviously, but
Right,
and it's
Right,
still
no
like
doubt.
huge.
right, no doubt. I wish Anthem wouldn't have flopped so hard. I wish they just would have fixed it.
It had a lot of potential, that's for dang sure.
Yeah, it did. No doubt. Alright, moving on to E3 predictions. So Irish, we'll start with you. What do you want to see? We'll just take this one by one. There's about 10 predictions we have here. What do you want to see there? What is your hope?
Well, my number one hope, I really hope that PlayStation makes a surprise appearance. Sony, I really hope.
Now, are you hoping that they're just like mentioned, or do you think that they're actually there?
I'm really hoping that they actually show up. You know, like, even if it's alongside Microsoft, whatever. But I'm really hoping that they show up and show out something. You know, because they've got a lot coming, a lot on the line, and they would really be failing themselves, I feel, if they didn't make a show. You know,
Yeah, especially after all the news that just released about them partnering with Microsoft.
and the PS5,
Maybe that's what they meant. They
you
wouldn't
know,
have
coming
a gaming
soon.
presence there, you know. But hardware is still a realistic thing, like, you know, like, and I mean, let's not underestimate Sony's ability to market themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we always know how they like to be some cheeky bastards.
Yeah, they're very tongue-in-cheek about their responses sometimes.
Yeah, very, very sly.
Yeah, no doubt.
Secretive is an understatement.
Yeah, no doubt. That's good. Anything else that you wanted to, like, what you really wanted to see there?
I mean, as far as games, I would like to see, you know, some sort of mention of the, you know, go over of the new Dragon Age. I've always loved the Dragon Age games, so I'm hoping that there's something good there.
And
I
keep
guess
in
like
mind,
Elder
everybody,
Scrolls,
like, just so we're clear, like, we haven't been paying attention to the leaks. At least I haven't been personally. So, whatever is going to be available at E3, we really don't know right now. We haven't looked at anything. So,
but yeah, new Elder Scrolls would be cool, like an actual RPG, not an online one. That would be fun. Maybe even a new Fallout. Maybe a new Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed.
for me personally,
there's quite a few.
for me personally, I would like to see something on Elder Scrolls. I think they're far enough along in development to where they could show us the first couple of levels without a bunch of bugs. I feel like if you're gonna build hype for a game like this, you better go all in, like, and build the hype. And apparently there's like some older grandma that put like 1,000 hours into Skyrim or whatever, and they're gonna like throw her into the game.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. Like they're gonna code her into the game. That's right, code. That's something to look forward to.
That's legit.
Honestly,
The
I'd
new
like to see something
Pokemon.
with like another God of War or another. Yeah, I would like to see Pokemon actually Sword and Shield. I would like them to
Yeah.
show that off.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Give
Because
us a good
they're
demo.
talking about release now. Dude, I'm getting that game.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
getting
best
that.
no.
There was a
Best
demo.
No, I'm hoping
There's a
that
demo.
I'm hoping they give us a demo at the E3.
Oh, dude, that would be so
Like-
sick. Just like a sneak peek at the
Yeah.
starters and the first gym. That
Yep.
would be so cool, dude. That would be sick. I'm getting it.
And
I'm getting
I
that
really
game.
hope that they bring back more of the feel from the actual my PlayStation headset might break up a little bit here, warning you. But I'm hoping that they bring back more of the feel from the original Pokemon games.
Right.
I like the way those played. I mean, I like the new graphics, for sure, but the game style, I hope they go back a little bit.
Yeah, like they did with Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. No
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like freaking the style of Let's Go, but it's different. It doesn't
Yeah.
have that same feel. I mean, you see all the Pokemon running around, you can try and avoid them or fucking catch them. There's no random fucking battles. You know, so
There's still RNG, but yeah, you choose which battles you want to partake in for sure.
yeah. So I mean,
And
that
that's
was
kind of
that takes
it's
away
one
the
of the
fun.
builds.
I mean, when you can visibly see the shiny standing there, you know, like, where's the shiny hunting that? When you can see the son of a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta grind on that stuff, dude. Like, you
Mhm.
can't just expect to just catch Pokemon after Pokemon and then, like, boom, a shiny shows up. You know? And one of the main complaints with Let's Go was they took out a lot of the competitive aspects of it. You know? And,
Yeah.
I hope they bring that back, and they bring back a lot of the competitive stuff in number 2, because there's a lot of ways you can overturn a battle. A lot of different ways.
Yep.
So, I would like to see some Sword and Shield there. That would be cool.
And I hope they do some cool stuff with the breeding. Like,
Yeah.
make
yeah,
it
like
a little
an
bit more
incubator
in,
or something.
and make it a little bit more
Right.
in depth too. Like,
Instead of just walking, make you have to go to a daycare and take care of it for a day or whatever. Yeah, something. I don't know.
well, I mean,
But-
just as far as like the breeding of Pokemon goes, like mixing and matching the fucking your Pokemon. Like, there's stat changes and what they keep and what they don't. Like, I hope they make it a
Right.
little bit more elaborate.
Right. Exactly. That's
And
kind of
maybe
where
even
I'm at
make it
with
to where like you can choose, you know, if you have a certain item, make it to where you can choose fucking, you know, what you're carrying over, what traits you're carrying. Because you figure it's supposed to be like a futuristic Pokemon, you should be able to, you know, control the genetics of your Pokemon, right?
I mean, that would be
For a price.
I don't know.
For a price.
For a price.
Genetic manipulation's not cheap, bruh. I mean, you have to pay how much to make you know a stem
Pokemon
cell
Center,
baby?
They got like gene splicing in
Yeah.
like a genetic code for
Yeah, it ain't cheap.
$2.99 real money. I'd be pissed, dude. I'd be like, no, I'm not paying that.
Well, I'm
I'd be
talking
like,
in-game
no.
currency for, but like, you know, even in like just like a certain item, like if you have a specific item that you know, lets you carry over certain stats or abilities,
Something.
whatever.
Right, do something. You guys are a game design company. Like, you can figure it out. You know what I mean?
Because that was one thing I always felt was lacking with the Pokemon series was the breeding. It's very basic. They could do a lot more with it, I feel.
Yeah. I felt like it was fine in in gold. Because gold and silver era, because they just introduced it. So it was like, obviously you were going to see some iterations on it, but we haven't seen a lot of iterations now that you mention it on the breeding system.
Yeah, no, that's one thing that they haven't really gone over too much. They've just kind of
Yeah, they haven't really explored a whole lot in depth in that. So
carried on with the same sheet. If it's not broken, don't fix it. That's their motto on that one.
I would like to see something on God of War and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man, whatever, and or. Spider-Man's, I mean, the game was really fun. It was a feel-good game. You know, you were the hero, you were the good guy. The plot was predictable, obviously. God of War was a completely different direction. I understand that. I understand that it was an RPG. It was a different direction in the sense that it was an open-world game. It wasn't linear, whatever. Both games were incredible. You know what I mean? And I want to see a sequel to both of them. I would hope that they would show something now that they've got the first development of the first God of War. They got the framework, you know, for the next God of War. I would hope that it wouldn't take them 5 years and they'd be able to show something at E3 with a close release date.
That'd be nice.
That would be sick. So, that's kind of... That'll wrap it up with that one. Moving on, prospective releases for exciting games. So, like, what are you excited to see exactly?
Pretty much everything I listed, honestly. Like, the number one thing I think I'd be most excited to see would be the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, we know that's going to be there for sure.
And the Pokemon Sword and Shield. Those are definitely my two biggest.
Yeah, I can agree with both of those, Pokemon and Sword and Shield and Final Fantasy VII. I'm pretty excited now that I know it's coming to Xbox One. It's a reason for me to get it. Not that PlayStation's bad or anything like that, it's just I'll be able to play it on my Xbox One. So, the other one that I'm really excited for is the Kingdom Hearts DLC, as you mentioned in the earlier episode. We did know that Kingdom Hearts was also going to be at E3 due to a news article that we went over. That's, you know, I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. I'm sure everybody that's watching the show knows it, or if you don't know it, go check out Mixer. But, you know, like, I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. That's what I enjoy. That's my game.
Bread and butter, man.
I will say, my hope is that first, I hope Tetsuya Nomura doesn't get lazy and create loopholes or holes in the story. When you put together a story this elaborate and you leave it and you walk away and then you come back, you tend to forget some of the plot lines that you built. And hopefully by them making another campaign or world or whatever you want to call it, another mission, there's no holes created there. So there were a few holes in the game initially, but it is what it is. It's a video game. It was fun. I had a lot of fun with it. I still play it time to time. So I'm looking forward to that as well. That's something definitely to look forward to, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Moving along, possible game of the year, which is kind of big, so we're gonna skip that. Absolute predictions that aren't being talked about, so I'm pretty sure, I don't know, what are your predictions? I'm pretty sure Gears of War 5's like, I'm pretty sure nobody's really talked about that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, going back to what I want to see, I would like to see another Star Ocean. something on another Star Ocean.
Yes.
Anyway, moving forward.
Even if it's an online Star Ocean, that could be interesting.
Right. Yeah, that would be interesting actually.
Be able to partner
we
up
know
with your friends and shit to freaking conquer missions.
I'm pretty sure Gears of War 5 and Halo Infinity is gonna be there. Like, we can agree on that, right? Those are big games.
Oh, they're not. Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Call of Duty would. I'm hoping they're gonna be there, right? They gotta be.
Yeah. I mean, Infinity Ward or whoever has it now.
Treyarch.
Treyarch. Right. They gotta have it. Yeah. Really don't know what else would absolutely be there. I'm hoping we get some new IPs for sure. That's something else I'm looking forward to. Something I would like to see. Pie in the sky predictions. So, what's the wildest thing that you could think of logically happening? What would you want to happen at this E3?
Well.
For me personally,
Like, I would like to see Hideo come out and announce a remake of fucking Final Fantasy IX.
Oh yeah, you a Final Fantasy IX fan?
Oh, big. That's my favorite one, hands down.
That's the one with Squall. No, that's Final Fantasy 8. Well, who had? Oh, Zidane was the one in 9?
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's a character
Zidane.
that I'm not really familiar with, so that would actually be pretty cool.
Dude, it's, like, hands down one of my favorite. It was more cartoony, but the story was fucking awesome. I like what they did with the summoning on it. It was different. You had your Aeon, you know, oh no. Was it Aeons? No, it was... GFs was 8. Eidolons.
In 13, it's Eidolons.
Eidolons, yeah.
Eidolons, yeah.
Yeah, it's EI... whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, your Eidolon crystals, you had to have those for each character that you wanted to summon for.
With 9, you had 2 characters that could do summoning, and you don't find out till the end of the story. Spoiler alert.
No, oh man, I was gonna go play it. Never mind. Go ahead.
It's
been out for 20 plus years. So.
Right. Yeah, they end up finding out that they're sisters, the 2 summoners. And,
oh, okay. You can probably put that together through the story anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really end up finding out until like towards the end, beginning of disc 3, I think it is. Because the main chick in the story, she ends up like washing ashore in Alexandria. Her mother died trying to get her safely away from this land that they were at that was being just destroyed. And
right.
So like she's one of the last known living summoners of the summoner tribe. And you go through collecting crystals, and with each crystal you get a new summon, yada yada. But you're only able to use certain summons with each one of them. It's pretty fun.
That sounds cool, actually. That sounds pretty sick. I actually have a couple that I wanted to mention for this one. My big one would be, I would like to see a revitalized version of Scalebound come back. I mean, we're talking pie in the sky, right? So I'd like to see Scalebound come back. I don't think it's gonna happen, which is unfortunate. But if they were to bring that back with a revised version of the game, maybe, I don't know, maybe you're hunting dragons instead of working with one, or there's a dragon, or you have dragon scale armor, and your objective is to go kill this main dragon, you know, or something. I feel like Skyrim did that really well, and I feel like if the production of Scalebound actually would have been going well, they could have made some money. So that's kind of my big one there. Other pie in the sky prediction, sounds ridiculous, but it's, you know, I don't think it's gonna happen. That's pie in the sky. Final Fantasy 16. I would like to see something on that, at least, like some gameplay, or a reveal, or something. It's basically something saying, hey, yes, we're working on another Final Fantasy, or another Final Fantasy iteration 16. And then my other pie in the sky thing would be, in my opinion, I feel Fallout. I think we'll be getting a Fallout. But
one more pie in the sky thinking about it. I would like to see a next-gen version of Breath of Fire on next-gen consoles.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool, dude, actually.
Like, they could do some crazy shit with that, and the Breath of Fire series always had a good storyline.
Like what they did with the Luna remake, yeah, dude. No doubt.
Like,
I'm down.
drop that.
I'm down with that.
I want to see some Unreal Engine up on the freaking Breath of Fire, man.
Yeah, no shit, dude. That would be cool, actually. That would be really cool. I'm down with that. Yeah, I'm getting behind that. I want that on my list too. Possible hardware predictions. So I think we're gonna see something from HTC. I think we're gonna see something wireless Vive with the wireless Vive. I know we're gonna see something on Vive Index.
Going down.
Or no, excuse me. Index VR is what it's called. Index VR, which is something that Steam put out. I mean, honestly, I would be okay with that, and Sony putting out something with their VR headset as well. I would like to see something with the HoloLens. I think augmented reality is taking off with Pokemon, with the way Pokemon Go was, and Minecraft, what is it, Minecraft Real World or whatever.
Yeah, the VR.
I would like to see something with augmented reality there, like some sort of mini HoloLens, or like the HoloLens or something. What's your hopes?
I would like to see the, what is it, damn, I just had it too. The Google Now. I would like to see some hardware, you know, some actual, like, runtime on Google Now.
Is that the Stadia stuff that they're doing?
No, it's supposed to be Google's stab back at the Shadow PC. It's their version of the Shadow.
Stadia.
Yes and no. Here, let me. I'm pretty sure it's Google Now. I went and signed up for the beta program once it releases.
Oh wow, that's cool. They got a beta coming out.
Yeah, Google Now launcher.
Check this out, dude.
I'm pretty sure is what it is. Wait, no. No, that's not it. Where's the frickin'...
Oh, and I also played Zelda: A Link to the Past. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. Go ahead, sorry.
One second, I'm looking this up.
You're good.
Because there was a version... I mean, it is Stadia, but there's... like the actual, oh, there we go, that's what it is. I'm getting Google stuff and NVIDIA stuff mixed up. NVIDIA GeForce Now is the one I'm on.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's sick. That sounds good.
Yeah, that's the one I signed up for the
I hope we get
beta.
something there.
GeForce Now.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool, dude.
go and sign up on the wait list for sure. And you're talking Mac, PC, or Shield. So
That's pretty
it'll
cool,
even be
dude.
compatible with the Shield.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You able to run monstrosities of games off of a little tiny tablet.
Right.
Let's move on to DLC press conference predictions. So this is stuff like Borderlands and stuff like that. What do you expect we'll see some DLC for coming out in E3?
Well, I'd say Destiny, but I'm pretty sure at this point we're going to be looking at a Destiny 3 before we get any more. I'm pretty sure we're out of content as far as D2 goes at this point.
Yeah.
And if not, we got to be getting close.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that for as much content as they released for what you're gonna get out of the story.
I mean, I'd really hope that, you know, they would just freaking stick with one and, you know, run with it instead of doing this whole, oh, you gotta get Destiny 1 and this is supposed to be a 10-year game. Oh, but guess what? Before that 10 years is up, we're gonna go and freaking get you sold onto this game, which makes you restart your character from scratch. Like, I hope they don't go and do something like that again. I hope they let you just transfer the character over, and I hope it's the last one. You know, that we just
They let me transfer my
continuous.
character over.
Yeah, but you don't get all of the shit. Like, it's just the
Oh,
character.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you know, I'm right. Okay.
Everything that you worked to freaking get in the previous is just all fucking fucked off and gone. You know, like,
Right.
it's just like, oh, yeah, I spent all those years grinding for what? So I have a leveled character with none of my equipment. That's cool.
I think we'll get some DLC. What? That's a hard question, actually. What do I think we'll get DLC for? It's a hard question, dude. Maybe No Man's Sky. I know they're releasing a patch, but I don't know if we'll get DLC for it. I imagine they'll release some sort of DLC for it this E3, being that they're getting ready to release that big VR patch, or they already have, or whatever it is. I actually really want to try that out, and it hiked the price in the game too, dude. Like, it went way up.
Really?
So yeah, like,
See,
it's like 34
haven't
bucks
been-
right now.
I went and got the digital copy of that. I haven't really gotten very far into it, because, fuck, dude, that is a hard game, like, to really actually get into.
Yeah, No Man's
Like-
Sky is tough, dude. Actually, it's a survival game. That's what it is.
And I honestly, like, I had really hoped that Destiny was going to be more like that when they were selling us on this whole, you're going to have a ship and da-da-da-da. Okay, well, we got a little taste of having a ship from No Man's Sky. Is it going to be like that? Oh, hell no. Of course not.
I hope
That
that's what it's
cool.
going to be like going into Destiny 3 at least.
Right?
Like, we know what to expect, and Warframe did it really well. Like, copy them. You know what I mean?
Right up.
Do what they did. Now this is kind of a yes or no question. Do you think Sony will be mentioned on stage? You kind of put your hope out there, but what do you think is going to happen?
So Microsoft's got to say something. Like, even if
Yeah.
Sony doesn't appear, like, they've got to say something.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like with the Microsoft-Sony partnership, you know, we've already explained, you know, obviously there's taper your expectations. No, you know, we don't really know what we're going into with this partnership. But with that said, I mean, you would hope that Microsoft would say something about Sony on the stage. You know, they got to promote that partnership somehow, and E3 is a great stage to do that. So, maybe Maybe.
We really hope,
Yes.
man. Fingers are
I
crossed.
think they will be mentioned, to be entirely honest. Nearing the end of our E3 predictions here. Oh, dude, I should have recorded these. I'll go back and record them. I'll go back and watch the episode and record our answers, see how close we were. Predictions regarding Stadia Tech and what we can expect from Google. What do you think, Irish? I mean, I know we can expect a partnership with Ubisoft because they're doing the Assassin's Creed stuff, but what else do you think we're gonna get out of Stadia?
Excuse me.
This is E3, so we got to talk about Google here.
Well, I mean, I hope they give us a solid demonstration of some A-list games, you know.
Yeah, that was actually the next thing I was gonna go over is games. We'll just tackle them as a pair, and I'm kind of behind you on that, man. I hope. I know they're doing their own gaming company studio thing. I don't want that out of them. I want third-party support. I want BioWare to support them. I want Ubisoft to support them. I want Naughty Dog to support them. Is Naughty Dog free still? I think they're the ones that developed Crash, right?
Yeah.
And Vicarious did Remake. So, like, I want that third-party support. Like, you're gonna have to sell me on why I need to get your system, and IPs ain't gonna do it, because I don't know what your IPs are capable of. Now, if you're gonna come out to me, if you're gonna come out in E3, and you're gonna show me these badass games that I know I'm gonna love, that's one story. I'll get behind that. You know what I mean? But it's a whole entirely different ball game when you're talking about, you know, IPs that are being released after E3, where you're not going to get a whole lot of press release on it. You're not going to get a whole lot of coverage on it. You're not going to get a whole lot of YouTube videos on it.
Yeah.
So, if you're going to release an IP, it better be now. Like, you better have some stuff ready to show now. You know what I mean? And, like, I hate to say it, but we as gamers are spoiled. We want what we want, and if you don't deliver, we're not gonna buy your product.
Yeah.
Like, and we want high quality games now. We want games like God of War. We want games like Spider-Man. We want games as a service done right, like Fortnite did it.
And the customer's always right.
The customer's always right. Exactly. So yeah, we're spoiled. You better be able to deliver, Google. Like, you better be able to deliver some games. I want that third-party support for Google personally.
Yo, you just here to pick up shop?
Like I said, I mentioned that Crash Insanity Collection under a link. That'd be sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that would be really, really, really cool. So, any other predictions you wanted to mention, or any games for Stadia that you were gonna predict?
Well, I mean, I don't know, I'd have to say something that's going to be demanding. You know, I want to see it pushed, so, okay,
What,
I'd like to
Elder
see
Scrolls, next Elder Scrolls for it?
that would be nice, or even, you know, another
Another
Combat.
Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like an Ace Combat or something for it. That would be pretty legit. That's pretty demanding. A Dragon Ball game. That could be fun.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Something other than Fighter Z.
You know?
Something that they do. Excuse me.
I mean, shoot. Tomb Raider game could be interesting. It's usually a pretty demanding game, and
like I said, another Star Ocean, which is kind of something that I wanted to see there. But that would also be pretty demanding. Excuse me, like I said, I'm getting sick. It's terrible.
I just want to see that thing, the Stadia pushed to its limits. I want to see it die.
Right.
That way I know how far it can go.
Like I said, I'll go back and record all these so that we can see how close we were. I wanted to mention this. So real quick here, I'm going to change the rules for the game. Again, I'll give you guys one quick show here of it. It's the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collector's Edition. It's not super great lighting there, but it is what it is. There it is. If you guys want to win that game, I'm going to change the rules up a little bit. Like and subscribe to the video and ask a question, because we need your questions. We need to answer these questions and to get people to ask some questions here. So if you guys got questions for the show, you guys want to know our gamer tags, whatever, ask. You can ask through YouTube on the comments, in the comment section, and then also you can ask on Twitter and Discord and Facebook as well. Irish. Oh, next week. I wanted to go over that next week. Next week we'll actually be going live during E3, so it won't be an exact week. It'll be actually a week from tomorrow. So Monday, we'll be going live when E3 starts, which I believe is June 10th. I'll confirm that, but we'll be actually going live when E3 starts so that we can cover any of the press and news that comes out for E3. So we'll be extremely vigilant there. I'll kind of talk to Irish, see what we want to do about that. We can set a specific time frame or whatever. I don't know. We'll sit down and talk about it.
Definitely.
But aside from that, my throat's feeling pretty sore and I want to get some food in me. So get us out of here, Irish. Where can they find you?
Everywhere social, Irish1620, with the exception of Instagram and Facebook, which is Irish1620.gaming.
Alright, awesome. You can find me at BTGinferno on Twitter. You can also join the Discord server, Broken Controllers. Just go ahead and join through that page there. If you search Broken Controllers on Facebook, that's our Facebook page. So check that out too. You can find me at BTGinferno on YouTube, of course, and then BTGinferno on Xbox Live and BTGinferno22 on PlayStation, our PlayStation Network. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Those are our E3 predictions. We're going to try and maintain the length of the shows. Maybe we can kind of continue to go with this length. I don't know. But we're kind of working on some new content and stuff. And like I said, I'm going to crack down on my part here. Like, I want to start releasing videos. I want to start doing reviews. I want to start streaming more. So, like I said, you know, expect more from me, for sure. That's gonna do it this week. Irish, it's been a pleasure, man. Thanks as always for showing up. And that's gonna do it for episode